Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we ended up getting a brand new concept sort of reveal for the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale map. This is essentially a recreation of various different leaks that Temporal, who's been like one of the main data miners, one of the main leakers for Battlefield 6, has gone through and created. So this is what Temporal posted early this morning, Sunday morning, waking up to some Battlefield 6 news saying, here's a recreation. So again, want to stress, this is not official from the game. This is him taking data mine pieces that he's seen and basically rebuilding a mock concept of what this Battle Royale map is going to look like. We saw a similar situation with like Urzikstan. I think Tom Henderson had like a whole rundown of that in Las Almas before that was scrapped for Urzikstan in Warzone, and various other maps for other BRs in the past as well, where basically we have bits and pieces of information and it's like a puzzle. People go through, they put them together, they get the mock concept before the official thing is actually revealed. But here is a recreation of the Battle Royale map in Battlefield 6. The location appears to be called Linden Beach. I've added a few points of interest for context. There are scattered hints of a metro system as well. The mode is currently labeled as Battlefield Royale in game here, and we actually get this full detailed map here that I do want to save, and then we'll go through and we'll actually look at it much closer up and go a little like location to location, scan across the map and see what we can actually see. So actually saving this, we can get a much more zoomed in, closer look at the various different POIs we'll break down here. There's also a long list of POIs just behind the face cam here that we'll go through in just a moment here. But right away with this map, this gives me big Blackout vibes almost from Black Ops 4, kind of a similar layout with, you know, locations all the way up to the top left, more deserty on the right side, on the east side there. But as you can see, very, you know, like suburban, if you will. We seem to have like a lot of houses and neighborhoods up there. We've got a golf course city here, more downtown, you know, built out established areas down south as well. But you can see at the various different POIs that we've got here, there's marina up here. There does appear to be some sort of bridge that I would imagine you can raise and lower, just like to get into the marina right with an actual boat, so that could provide some pretty interesting gameplay over there. Of course, you have a couple of buildings with that as well. There's also Main Street North over here, sort of going into the larger downtown area that seems to have some larger buildings, some more like park areas over on the coast with the beach as well. There's a lighthouse all the way down in the bottom left, which would be kind of interesting. You go down there, get up in that tower, maybe snipe around, right? There's also Main Street South as well, so that appears to be like the large sort of city portion of this map as well. Up towards the north, it's a bit more hilly, a bit more deserty. Again, with the concept art, we can't tell for sure. Are there going to be a bunch of buildings up here? Is this going to be more fleshed out by the time we actually see it? This is such an early concept and an early mock that so much could be added to this by the time that we end up seeing this map actually released, whenever that is, a few months after the launch of Battlefield 6 per the leaks so far. We do have a golf course on here as well, which could be pretty interesting if you could interact with certain things there, get trapped in the bunker or anything, right? So we've got that going on, little like clubhouse area there, it seems like. There's also the valley down here as well, which seems like it's a couple of larger buildings, which could be pretty interesting to navigate around. Down south, again, another like random building, almost not fully fleshed out here, could just be part of the concept art, right? There's the south coast with the docks, so this is a much larger area. A lot of water involved here, a couple of bridges as well, then a much more open docks area. Again, could have more to it. There could be more cranes here, a ton of shipping containers, things of that nature, to, you know, fill in some of the dead space there, so it's not just you running through a wide open area the entire time. But again, this is such an early concept, you just don't know for certain here. We do have Fort Linden here in the center, sort of just a couple of buildings here, again, towards the mountains and the hills that we've got more so on the north side of the map. And then again, in the top right here, not a named location, but several buildings, several different, you know, different areas, I guess, sort of scattered around. Different style buildings here, then different style buildings here, then much larger buildings on the right side of the street down here. And then just a whole lot of desert on this right side, it seems like. From this mock, it doesn't seem like it is a giant map, but it's also really hard to tell the scale. Like I mentioned, though, there are also several different specific POIs referenced here on the right side, so we can go through and take a look at some of these additional points of interest that have been referenced so far. There is Angel Beach. I can just imagine that's going to be somewhere on this left side with the large beach that we've got here, maybe down by South Coast. We've got Chemical Storage, Costa del Sur. We've got Crash Site, Inspiration Point, Jewel Beach, the Military R&D Underground, Military Spill-Off North, Military Storage, New Housing Development, Ocean Park, Oil Pumps, Radar Comms, Rift, Sabotage Site, Security Checkpoint, Tech Campus, Tech R&D, The Bluffs, the Pier, the Promenade, the Seal, Upper Silo, Upper River, Vista Del Mar, and Water Treatment. Could be various places here, could be things that just aren't detailed on this early concept, on this early mock so far, but an interesting look at the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale map here. We do also have some other, and also, again, just want to stress, Temporal even puts it down here. This is unofficial information, preview of unreleased content based on data mining. There's no guarantee this will make it into the game, and it being just a concept means this could evolve a lot over time. But we do have some additional BR leaks that have also surfaced in the past few days. So Modern Warzone, who you may recall back prior to Warzone dropping, was also leaking things about the game then based on various different sources, and it seems like he's got some intel here on the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale as well, sort of corroborating with some details that we've seen before. We have some info here, and it seems like Modern Warzone is kind of piecing together and adding more pieces to the puzzle, if you will, with this. So he goes through and says, source, Battlefield 6 Battle Royale includes powerful combat vehicles, such as tanks players can access with a key card. These vehicles will have limited fuel and ammo. We have heard about vehicle key cards potentially being a reward for doing different contracts in game, basically, but limited ammo, as mentioned here, key cards are earned by doing contracts in a match. Info is subject to change by release, but limited fuel, limited ammo does kind of check these vehicles a little bit, which hopefully, you know, is going to be well balanced here, because I have to imagine in one life mode, a tank is going to make things a little bit difficult and a little bit frustrating. And then we do also have some other details here with Modern Warzone saying, source, Battlefield 6 is set to feature one of the most deadly and dangerous collapsing circles in Battle Royale history. The circle instantly destroys anyone or anything it touches. Players within 10 meters of it will have a fire effect on their screen and instantly die if they touch it. I'd be really curious to see if this is something that fully goes through the play test and makes it into the full game, because that seems really, really harsh as far as an end zone goes, you know, and or outer zone, closing zone, whatever you want to call it, the circle there. And all the other BRs out there, basically, as the zone comes in, you can be in it. It's just going to do a lot of damage to you, but touching it, instantly taking you out, seems pretty extreme. Other leagues have also said that the Ring of Fire from Firestorm is what's going to be coming back here, which would add up with this. If you're within 10 meters of it, you're going to start like having that fire effect, knowing, hey, I got to get going, I got to get moving here. But instantly touching it, I feel like would be extremely harsh, especially like in game where that zone is going to be a lot closer, a lot more confined. Make rotating and doing better plays really, really difficult there, and could leave it up to like, hey, you just straight up got the zone pull and I can't win because of this, because there's no zone play or anything like that. So I'd be really curious to see how this evolves, again, because this is such early information and the Battle Royale is still months out from happening, even later than the full launch of Battlefield 6, rumored for October here. October 10th, I believe, is the straight up date there. A lot of this could change, a lot could evolve. That concept mock art that we just looked at there could absolutely have more added to it, more details added to it from Temporal or other people as they start to see more leaks and more data mined information surface there. But that being said, that is the first look that we have at the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale map based on these early leaks. That's going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to stay up to date with more Battlefield stuff, I do plan on covering a lot more of it here on the main channel, then also on the second channel as well. If you want to subscribe to either of those, feel free to do so. Help get us one step closer to 1 million here. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.